You think ignoring them is weak. You think staying calm means they win. But what if I told you the real power is in your silence? Narcissists don't need you to fight them. They need you to feed them. Every time you react with anger, explain yourself, or try to prove your worth, you're giving them exactly what they want: control. But Stoicism teaches us a different path. Not to engage. Not to collapse. But to stand firm in stillness. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." It's not about proving them wrong. It's about becoming untouchable. You don't defeat a narcissist by shouting louder. You defeat them by becoming unshakable. In this video, you'll learn 4 Stoic strategies, rooted in ancient philosophy and sharpened for modern life. No drama. No shouting matches. No begging to be seen. Just clarity, composure, and quiet strength that speaks louder than any confrontation. Because the Stoic doesn't fight fire with fire. The Stoic walks away, still burning bright inside. Let's begin. 1. Master the art of non-reaction. They provoke you. They twist your words. They say things that no sane person would say. All to get one thing from you: a reaction. Why? Because your reaction equals their control. If they can make you angry, they feel powerful. If they can make you explain yourself, they feel justified. If they can make you doubt, they win. But here's the Stoic secret. Your silence is not weakness. It's a shield. Epictetus once said, "When someone provokes you, remember it is your judgment that disturbs you." They can say what they want, but you get to decide how much of it enters your mind. That's the power of non-reaction. You don't give them fuel. You don't hand them your peace. You simply observe, with calm and clarity. Then walk away, untouched. This is not about suppressing anger. It's about transcending it. Letting go of the urge to prove. And letting your composure speak louder than their chaos. Because when you master non-reaction, you don't just defeat the narcissist. You rise beyond their reach. 2. Detach from the image they built for you. They don't attack you directly. They twist you into someone you're not. Too sensitive. Too cold. Too needy. Too selfish. And slowly, without even realizing it, you start defending yourself against a version of you that never existed. That's the trap. A narcissist doesn't just want control over your time. They want control over your identity. They craft a story about you, and they push it so many times that you begin to internalize it. You start to act smaller, doubt yourself more, and question your worth. Not because you changed, but because you started believing their script. Here's the Stoic truth. You are not who they say you are. You are who you choose to become, through reason, virtue, and action. Marcus Aurelius said, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth." But narcissists don't bring truth. They bring distortion, packaged as concern, masked as love. So detach. Not with hate, but with clarity. Stop arguing with the false image. Stop trying to prove your goodness to someone committed to misunderstanding you. You don't need their validation. You need your self-recognition. Because once you see yourself clearly, you become immune to the labels they throw. And the most powerful version of you doesn't defend who you are. It embodies it. 3. Reclaim control through radical presence. Narcissists don't just manipulate through words. They manipulate through disconnection. They overwhelm you with emotion, confusion, silence, guilt, until you abandon the present moment. And that's exactly when they win. When your mind drifts into past arguments or future anxieties, you become reactive, unstable, easy to trigger. That's their battlefield, chaos. But the Stoic battlefield? It's right here. Right now. The present moment. That's where real control lives. Seneca said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." So how do you defeat manipulation without even raising your voice? By refusing to leave yourself. When they provoke you, pause. Feel your breath. Return to the now. Don't explain. Don't overthink. Don't chase clarity where there's none. Just be. Radical presence disarms a narcissist. Because they feed off reaction, and you've stopped reacting. You begin to see through their tactics. Not with anger, but with awareness. And that awareness becomes a shield they can't pierce. Here's the truth. You don't need louder words. You need quieter power. And nothing is louder to a manipulator than your silence, rooted in presence. 4. Let your standards speak, not your words. You've argued, explained, pleaded. But they still twist your words, dismiss your feelings, and act like you're the problem. That's not miscommunication. That's manipulation. And the Stoic doesn't argue with manipulation. They rise above it, by letting their standards do the talking. Marcus Aurelius didn't waste time convincing the world he was good. He lived with excellence, regardless of praise or attack. Because true power doesn't shout. It shows. So when a narcissist tries to bait you, don't lower your standards to meet their chaos. Raise your actions to meet your values. You don't need to defend your boundaries with drama. You defend them by maintaining them, calmly, consistently, and without apology. No yelling. No proving. No playing their game. When you hold your line, you tell the world, "This is how I deserve to be treated." And if they can't meet you there, they'll fall away on their own. Here's your Stoic practice. Define your standard. Live it. And let it sort the real from the false, quietly. Because the most powerful response is becoming someone they can no longer reach. The Stoic way to win without war. You don't defeat a narcissist by fighting louder. You defeat them by becoming someone they can no longer control. No drama. No revenge. Just power, rooted in peace, presence, and principle. The Stoics never taught us to match chaos with chaos. They taught us to stand so firmly in our values that manipulation has nowhere to land. So if you've been drained, doubted, or diminished by someone, this is your quiet revolution. Detach from the version of you that needed their approval. Reclaim the version that needs only truth. And if you only take one thing from this video, let it be this. You don't owe your energy to anyone who thrives off your confusion. If this message spoke to something real in you, share it. Like it. Leave a comment. And subscribe to True Stoic Mindset for more content that helps you stay grounded in a world full of noise. The most stoic victory is not to win them over. It's to rise without them.